Everyone is talking about blockchain and Bitcoin today, from the office to your barber shop. Blockchain technology has gained popularity, and more people appreciate the idea of having decentralized currency that can be traded and used as a medium of exchange. Therefore, it will come as no surprise if you have ever asked yourself, what is the blockchain? Blockchain software technology works as a distributed ledger to record what was done and when. Blockchain refers to a decentralized public ledger that records transactions across many computers. Blockchain has no central point. All information is stored in many different computers at once across the internet, and this makes it hard for anyone to break into a single computer or steal the data. Think of the traditional way of sharing documents with collaboration. One would have to send a Word document to another person and wait for them to make edits and send the document so that they can view it. You cannot edit the data while it's in the hands of the other recipient. You have to wait for them to finish and send. That's how databases work today. However, blockchain technology allows users to access the same information at the same time. All information is accessible to all participants at the same time. No one person can control the data. Blockchain records various kinds of information. It can record money, identities, music, or even agreements between people. The technology eliminates distrust as all the information that is meant to be there is captured. If someone tries to change data, it spoils the code, and all users will know about it. That's what makes blockchain accurate, reliable, and convenient. If someone asked your age thousands of years ago, there often was no way to prove the day or year of your birth. In many places, the local church or temple would register the date you were received into the religion and the date you died. If you bought land, a house, or a farm, a record would be made at the town or city hall. Today, despite computers, recording basic facts of our lives mostly follow these ancient patterns. Computers make the data more accurate and easy to find, of course. But in theory, it is still possible to lose a record or file an inaccurate record. And compiling a list of events over time often requires tapping into several databases to create a master list of events in their correct order. Blockchain technology is designed to solve this simple problem of recording transactions and events in order as they happen and in a way that cannot be changed. In simplest terms, a blockchain is what it sounds like, a block or ledger that records a chain of events. These events could be life events, birth, marriage, death, or voting or property transactions, or really any human interaction that requires both a record of when the event happened and in what order. Plus, the records must be difficult or impossible to change. A blockchain is made of date-stamped blocks of data for one event or transaction. Each block of data includes the hash for the date-stamped block before it, to ensure each block is connected to a prior chain of data blocks. If you don't know, a hash takes data of arbitrary size and makes it a fixed size by, among other methods, adding spaces or encrypting the data until it is a fixed size. It's a way to compare data regardless of its size, for example, to identify duplicate data records. Each event recorded in a blockchain is called a transaction, whether or not the event is financial. The transaction contains content which describes what happened. Then the transaction is turned into a block which includes the transaction and the hash of the last date-stamped block. Each new block is marked with the date and time it was accepted by the software that creates and maintains the blockchain. Perhaps more fascinating, blockchains can be managed without a single master database. Because every block in a blockchain has references to past events, it is possible to create a master ledger of transactions from blocks of data stored in multiple locations, or nodes, on a network. Blockchains also allow people to record transactions without a need to identify themselves. Combined with the reality that blocks of data in a blockchain are almost impossible to change, privacy and trust are two reasons this technology is considered as important as the appearance of the internet. You might have heard of Bitcoin, the electronic currency, and possibly blockchain, which is a critical component of Bitcoin and other digital currencies. However, blockchain turns out to have many uses beyond financial transactions. Blockchains turn out to be a perfect way to solve the problem of recording human events, in order as they happen, in a way that is difficult or impossible to change, and with privacy. Big companies and small have started to use blockchains in their software, not only banks, but governments to create accurate land registries to identify who owns land, music companies to manage royalties paid to musicians for their songs, and more.